guys, welcome back to All Dolled Up. Today I'm going to take you through my morning skincare routine. I couldn't possibly do morning and evening in one video, it would be at least half an hour long. So I'll do that in a separate video. So I'm just going to do morning skincare. It's relatively long-winded, but just remember I love doing this stuff. This is something I look forward to in the morning. I love doing my makeup, I love washing my face and putting on all of my creams as part of my vibe. That's not everyone's cup of tea and I completely appreciate that, so please don't feel like you need all these steps. I would say if you are sort of down to basics girl, then all you need is a really good cleanser and a good quality moisturizer. But I'll take you through what I use. So I've got two cleansers I use in the morning. I've got about 9 I use at night, not all at the same time, but I vary. This is the KIEHL'S Blue Herbal Gel Cleanser, which I use with my Clarisonic. And then this is the Ren ClearCalm 3 Clarifying Clay Cleanser. So this one I use when it's been a particularly hot night and I wake up feeling a little bit sweaty and you can see your face is quite shiny. It's very important to clean your face in the morning. I've read numerous articles and blog posts and seen videos where people suggest that perhaps you don't need to wash your face. You do if you want a clean skin. This is great because it draws all the impurities out of your skin and leaves it feeling really clean, really fresh, but not stripped. It's not drying even though it has clay in it. It's also highly antibacterial, so it's great for oily skin. And then the KIEHL'S one is wonderful. It's also got salicylic acid in it and ginger root. It's very tingly, it's lovely to use. It foams a lot. So if you're sensitive to ingredients like sodium lauryl sulfate, then you might not really like this, but my skin can handle a little bit of foam, to be honest. And I use it with my Clarisonic because it does foam up nicely and I get a really good deep clean. I probably only use the Clarisonic twice a week, but I can feel immediately after using it that the tone of my skin is so much more refined. It really does get rid of any dead skin cells, and that's important because it removes them from the pores and thereby kind of avoiding getting blemishes because that's how they are created, and it also just gives you a really good deep clean. Apart from the Clarisonic, which obviously does work as an exfoliator as well as a cleansing tool, I use the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant probably about once a week, not on days when I use the Clarisonic. I really like this. It uses refined rice granules to exfoliate your face, but it's very, very fine. I mean, you can barely even feel the scrub. And you put the product, it's basically a dry powder, so it comes out of that little hole there, and you put it into damp hands, kind of creates a little paste, but not too wet. It needs to be quite a firm paste. And then you just rub that over your skin. And again, as with the Clarisonic, you'll be able to feel immediately that your skin tone is so much better. All of the dead skin cells have been removed. Your skin will feel so smooth. I love using that product. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And I don't know anything else like it, to be honest. If you do know an alternative to the Microfoliant, something that is as gentle, that perhaps is a drugstore product, please let me know because it's very expensive. Once I have washed my face and dried it, I then go on to toner. I use an exfoliating toner at night, but in the morning I use the Lush tea tree water, which again has tea tree in it and is very antibacterial, really good for oily skin, and just adds another level of cleansing to your skin before you go on to your serums and moisturisers. It's very gentle, it has grapefruit water in it as well. You could make your own version of this literally with a bit of tea tree essential oil. Just make sure that it's 100% essential and it is organic. Put it into water in a little spray bottle. You can get things like this at Dischem and you could make your own, but I'm a sucker for a bit of branding, so I use the Lush one. So just on a cotton pad all over my face and it dries almost immediately. The serum that I'm using at the moment in the daytime is the Paula's Choice Skin Balancing Super Antioxidant Mattifying Concentrate Serum. As the name suggests, this is an antioxidant serum. It's formulated for normal to oily skin. It's completely matte. It's amazing. It's kind of like a gel. It's a clear gel and you put a sort of dot on each section of your face and then smooth it over your skin in it. Almost acts like a primer. It goes really, really matte and it's light and completely weightless. You can't feel it at all. And I find that as a really nice base to just start with the kind of layers of comfort and protection for my skin through the day. If my skin is feeling a little bit dry or I have a dry patch, which often pops up around my chin, I'll use my Hydraluron, just a little bit of that underneath my moisturizer. I saw someone the other day on an overseas beauty blog saying that they use this as a moisturizer, and I just want to let you know that if you're doing that, you're doing it wrong. It isn't a moisturizer, it is a product that enhances the effectiveness of your moisturizer, so you must layer it under a cream, otherwise you're pretty much just wasting the product and it's expensive, so don't be doing that. At the moment, the eye cream I'm using in the daytime is the GinZing Refreshing Eye Cream. I got this as part of an Origin set that I bought in the UK in December, and it's a beautiful kind of light pink color. You won't be able to see this, but it's got a very, very subtle glow to it. I wouldn't say shimmer, it's not like you can see sparkle, but it does just help to illuminate the eye area. It's very, very light, so it's great to wear under makeup. I still use my KIEHL'S one, but I use that in the evening. And then I have a selection of moisturizers, and this is really just because I love, as I said, I love skincare, I love moisturizers, I love playing, and I get a bit bored using the same one every day. So I have a selection. This is the CLARINS HYDRA-MATTE lotion. This is absolutely brilliant for oily skin. It's very mattifying, it's extremely light, it's a very, very lightweight lotion. And it serves as a great base. It's definitely hydrating enough for me, and I really, really like that. My only frustration, which I've mentioned before, is that it is in a ceramic packaging with a pump, and there's no way of knowing exactly how much is left inside here, especially when you think you've run out. There's probably lots of product in there, but it does a great job nonetheless. Then my other two moisturizers that I use that are in pots is the Origin's GinZing Energy Boosting Moisturizer. Smells like oranges. Is a little bit more kind of luscious than the CLARINS lotion. It's got a little bit more texture to it. It's kind of a gel cream. It feels a bit more hydrating. I often use this if I'm going to use a foundation that doesn't have a lot of weight to it. So, for example, this morning I used the L'Oreal Eau de Teint foundation, which is basically a liquid. So I use this underneath so that I make sure that my skin gets enough hydration through the day. Then the KORRES Pomegranate Moisturizing Cream Gel, again formulated for oily skin. I love KORRES. This is packed full of antioxidants, and it's really, really light. I just rate KORRES so highly. I can't wait to get my hands on more stuff. And then the last one I use, which is on days when I know I'm going to be exposed to the sun, is the Clinique SUPERDEFENSE SPF 25. I normally wouldn't use such a high SPF on my face in the day, especially because I find SPFs can be so oily and so clogging, especially for oily skin. And if you have oily skin, you'll know this problem. Incredibly irritating, especially if you're going to wear makeup, because often it just makes everything really shiny and not look great. What I love about this is that it's rich and hydrating, but it dries down completely. There's no trace of SPF, no trace of oiliness. You can't feel it on your skin once it's sunk in, and it takes a matter of minutes. It's not like it takes forever to sink in. And it's just brilliant. I think it's an excellent product and a really decent amount of SPF for sort of day-to-day wear. And I think they've done a great job of making it wearable so that it's not the kind of thing that you would avoid to wear under makeup. It actually does a great job of being a primer. So those are all of the products that I use in the morning. Not all together, like I said, but I have a very set routine at the moment, and it is working very, very well for my skin. But I do think that my nighttime routine probably has more to do with it, because that's really about enriching my skin, whereas my morning skincare is really about having my skin really clean, really fresh, and then kind of creating a nice base for whatever makeup I'm going to use that day. So if you have any questions about these products, then let me know, or any other recommendations. Oily skin girls, let me have it, because I love hearing about products that might help my skin. And then I'll see you next time for nighttime skincare. Bye.